Guys, there may be some yelling in the back of this video. I don't know what my son is doing. He's playing a video game and it's crazy. Okay, so first I want to thank Lenka, who sent me a package of wonderfulness today. She did not need to send me anything. And she wrote through this very, very cute thank you note with this beautiful letter. And all this wonderful treasure. Like, to me, this is treasure because my little findings of things to make things with is getting on the low side. I'm a big fan of the church rummage sale where you throw everything in the bag for $1, and we haven't been having any of those. So, oh my God, and all this fabric, this is great because I'm going to use some of this for what we're here to talk about. So this is awesome. Look at this. Awesome little tiny prints. I love that. Oh my God, it's going to be perfect. Okay, so I think we're going to use actually some of this with this guy. So we are actually here to make an art doll. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not a tutorial. I'm just going to go over some of the things that I use and get started, okay? And it's going to be probably in a bunch of videos because I can't do one in one sitting, especially with the interruptions. A couple things that you need. Glass of wine or coffee, necessity. I would have ear plugs, but that's not going to happen. Dolls to distract you from doing work, and pretty much a half-ass idea. That's what to start with. I do tend to use, this is the Paradable World doll that Kendra was so kind enough to send me. Now, I already cut his legs off. I didn't cut them off. I didn't realize that these guys have these great pegs, which is perfect because I want to do some stuff to his feet, and then I don't have to worry about trying to get pants on him. I already pre-prepped him, which means I heated up his head here with a, hair dryer and took his hair off. There's a lot of glue in these guys, but, I am kind of rough with taking the hair off, so none of you guys want to see how mean I am. I do start with, I've learned in making art dolls for myself and, send out into the world, that I do much better with an actual doll to use as a base than just wire and making, a clay face. I'd rather put clay on this face and have something to actually work off of. I think works for me. So you need a victim. This will be our victim. Now, some of the things that I do use, wire. I do not buy expensive wire from the craft store. I buy wire from the hardware store. It's much better. It's a lot stronger and it's cheaper, I should say. Definitely cheaper. You need possibly some, pipe cleaners. The hidden secret craft item that you need is packing tape. And we'll get into that later. And then some random stuff, you need scissors, you need nippers, X-Acto blade, and I'll tell you why in a minute. You could use some, sculpting tools, I guess. These are, somebody obviously stole some of these or they're gone. The brownies have been amok here. Running amok all day. I had to wrangle them up and put them in there.
Yeah, I lost my Vicks.
You lost your Vicks?
Vicks Vapor Rub that was in the cabinet.
I didn't touch it, Sage. Again, Sage will be back tonight. We're going to make a video with Sage so you can all see her in all her glory. Yeah. Chaos. Anyways, some sort of sculpting tools. You might need some colored pencils. This is a really cool thing. I got at a garage sale. Look at that.
Well, we need to replace the ones that are in it.
I should put good pencils in it. I don't know. These probably aren't watercolor pencils. I just love the way they pop like that. And scissors. Things like scissors. This is just to get started, but eventually we'll need some fabric and we'll need some, some of these goodies, like Lenka sent me, to make other things. And you need some paper clay or Sculpey. I like paper clay. If you're using paper clay, you need water. Did I mention the X-Acto blade? Okay. So basically, you want to do the basics. You want to, if you don't want them to have the hair, you need, what, Sage?
What are you making?
I am making an art doll. I am making a video. Can you tell? Because the interruptions are gone. So, a half-ass plan. Not a full-ass plan. Just a half-ass plan is enough. You want to, what do you want to be? From him, I get rabbit. How about, you feeling rabbit, Sage? I'm feeling rabbit. I'm feeling rabbit. I'm feeling really long ears.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man? Okay. So you want to prep him as much as you can. Take his hair off if you're not going to have their hair off if you're not going to have hair. Or you're going to make a wig or whatever. We're going to make a helmet.
That's the
and
fun part.
What, Sage?
That's the fun part.
Taking off the hair? I'm never good at that.
That's the fun part.
I'm probably going to make his helmet not out of Warbler. I think I'm going to do it with the old school way, with the wig, like a wig cap way. So you guys can see that. But probably won't be today. The one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on his ears first. So the half-ass plan is rabbit. Long ears, cute little face. Just going to put paper clay all over him. Probably going to get some felting on his body. And then we're going to redo his legs to give him an extra like jackrabbit joint. That'll be fun, right? And then we'll give him some crazy clothes and some crazy steampunk assemblage kind of hardware, and we'll be good to go. But I'm going to actually cut his ears off with the X-Acto blade. You know, just chop them right off. Do you get sad when I do this at all, Sage?
No.
While I'm doing this, I got a little story to tell you. I admittedly, in the past, and quite often, pick up junk off the side of the road and bring it home. Usually, it does not make it into the house. It lives on the porch. And then eventually I'll have a garage sale and try to get rid of that stuff or, you know, try to give it to other people or whatever. Today I did the very adult thing of cleaning out the porch. It doesn't have to be that clean. Cleaned off the porch. And I managed to put it all up on the side of the road for free for other people. And let me tell you, I am not the only hoarder in my neighborhood because that stuff is almost gone. Crazy. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, Sage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like it when people stop. So they kind of make a mess. Gonna have to clean out there and bring the rest of the trash out. Alright, so we are just going to carve his ears off. I don't wipe his face. I don't wipe any of it. I don't even bother. And we're gonna start on some ears. Like I said, the wire from the hardware store is my friend. Do I have nippers? I do have nippers. Technical term, nippers. Just gonna cut a piece of wire and we're gonna try and stick it. Now, I might need a big needle. The famous Alcatraz cup, which holds my felting needles and other needles. I'm just gonna try to stick this through his head. How am I doing?
You're being the parent, but
I'm being what?
you're a good parent.
Probably won't be very symmetrical. Close. Oh. I'm going to use a needle with a big eye in it. Because if you're like me and you're half blind because you're old, you can't see. But also to get the wire through. I think I found that paper clay sticks better to the vinyl doll heads. And then you don't have to put it in the oven and worry about, like, you know, the vinyl, like, getting soft and it not, like... Alright, so that's attractive. That's a good look for this doll. What do you think?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. This is not a tutorial. This is if you want to just sit around and craft with me. Alright, now we have wire going through his ears. I wish I could do the live streams. I just can never, ever say, definitely I'm going to do it at this time. I think that's... Alright, so we're decided he's going to have really long ears. So I'm going to bend the wire and kind of shape just to the length of the ear so I can put clay on them or whatever after. I say whatever because I don't know what it's going to be. Like I said, half-ass plan, Sage. Let's try to get them even.
What if it's not half-ass?
It's always half-ass.
What if it's not half-ass?
Well, because you have to keep it half-ass because your plan is going to change as you go. At least that's what happens with me. Taco night. Hey, it's somebody's birthday.
Yup.
That means that you are now 13 and can be in the damn videos.
Yup.
Yep. Okay, so it looks like he's got little braids, but these are going to be his ears.
Can I say?
What?
Can I say hi?
You want to come and say hi?
Uh-huh.
You got to bend down because I kind of have the video so, you know, they can see what I'm doing and not me.
Hi.
We'll have a chatty video with you later. You want to do that?
Yep.
I'm doing the wire the wrong way. Oh, so these dolls sitting next to us. This is, I don't know who this is. Is that Eloise? What's that little doll's name? I don't know who the little one is. She was, I cleaned up and I packed some stuff away today. I put things in there.
Oh.
What? Oh, you're spilling stuff.
Oh,
Oh, stop. Zoe has a tendency to just speak in foreign tongues, made up tongues.
No, it's half French sometimes.
It's like language that doesn't exist, so. And she does it like out in public, like in stores, and like talks to me in like imaginary languages, like loud, because she doesn't even care.
Then I
Crazy.
can't. I'm just very embarrassed.
I don't get embarrassed. I get embarrassed for her. I could care less. You think I get embarrassed? You think your children can embarrass your mother?
I get embarrassed.
Highly doubtful.
I get embarrassed.
That would take a lot. Okay, so now you're a boy rabbit, obviously. I keep calling you he. So now we have the start of some ears. This other doll, by the way, is remember what she's called?
Nope.
She is a mod British bird by Summers and Field, and I really, really love these dolls, except I wish they were articulated. But I love her stinking face.
Well, then cut her open and make her articulated.
I'm not doing that. She's actually really nicely made, and her clothes are awesome, and she has these awesome shoes. Look at her
I'm
shoes.
sorry, I'm used to you cutting up dolls.
Everybody's used to me cutting up dolls. Today, people taking things out of the trash, you know, they got some cut up stuff. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with some paper clay. The nice thing about using a doll that's already, you know, has a face is it's all right there. You don't have to think. Well, not really. Is this a Sculpey or is this oh no, this is Sculpey air dry, which I usually keep in the fridge.
Well, oh yeah, I sometimes think it's a snack and I realize
Yeah.
it's not.
The twins occasionally think it's a snack. And then I find it like thrown on the counter, like, because they're all mad. I'm going to move his ears out of the way, and I'm just going to start literally just putting the clay on his face. Usually I start somewhere where the eyes are.
Just kind of shove it on there.
I do shove it on there, Sage. I use water, I don't use very many sculpting tools. Sometimes I use a pin. I don't know.
There's a lot of lost pins in this house.
Lost pins?
Yeah.
It's because we have house brownie, Sage, and they like pins.
Mm-hmm.
So I am just plopping it on there. And usually I start with the eyes so I know where they are. And I use like thin sheets.
I'm dying.
If the head feels a little like squishy and you can't work with it, because it's like, you know, smushing all over. You're right. See, I didn't show you me taking the hair out because honestly, I'm lazy and leave most of the hair already still in the head. But you could fill it with foil.
I always think hot glue.
Hot glue? No, foil because it would keep it hard. And I put the head back on the body before I start putting clay on him. That way, in case the clay hardens and then you can't get the head on. So I usually work this way, and it'll be good that I can work on his legs separately.
And you can hold the body.
And you can hold the body. You
It
don't
looks like Phantom of the Opera. Is that what it's called?
Phantom of the Opera.
No worries, it usually has one like half a mask on his face.
Well, I'm just putting clay over his face and
Oh,
working his nose and his eyes,
It looked like him.
slowly building it up. Huh?
Well, it looked like him.
Looks like what?
Well, I just said it did.
Yeah.
Where's
I
the
use a lot of water with paper clay. I don't know if that's right or wrong.
I'm not good with clay.
You're not?
Eh.
I think I want him to have a little fat nose. Paper clay is very forgiving, but I find it doesn't work good with tools so much.
Then why are you using a tool?
I don't know. I think I like how soft it is, and I definitely, like, I love how you can just draw on it after. It's like just making a little mask.
Like Phantom of the Opera.
I guess like Phantom of the Opera, Sage, yeah. Also with paper plate, I think I have a lot of luck gluing things to it, and
Painting it and
glue and a prayer is kind of my thing.
oh,
We're gonna try and use a sculpting tool for his nose, but the clay is really soft.
I dropped a pin in this huge bucket of beads and I can't
course you
find
did.
it. This is a serious matter.
I don't know, maybe because I want to do rabbits because it was Easter.
You never get in the mood like that.
Me?
Yeah, that was like a week ago.
I don't know, because it's spring. I don't know. Huh? I don't have a paintbrush.
Oof.
I'm not painting. I'm actually using the side of the brush and rolling and sculpting with it.
Use your fingers.
No, because it's got to be something smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just touching the.
Like
I also don't like to sand, which is why I use a lot of water. Sanding and me don't get along.
Yeah, no shit, sanding is annoying.
Also, the paper clay doesn't seem to fall off of the vinyl once you do this. Like, if I don't go all the way around his head, it won't come up. It just kind of sticks on there, which is nice.
I remember my favorite art doll you made.
You do?
Yeah.
You have a favorite art doll that I made? You call all of them dibs, Sage.
Exactly.
Which one is it? Which
The
one's
one
your
that you
favorite?
draw a hand on a face.
Oh, he's over here. I kept him, Sage.
You know.
The one I drew the hand on the face?
Huh?
He's kind of spooky.
Exactly.
Trust me, she hasn't changed.
But do I look older?
Well, you do look older. I'm gonna try and give him some really funky eyebrows. Like a really pronounced brow bone. Ooh, that's terrible. This is not like watching a sculpting channel, trust me.
This is
You
just
can't really see.
random.
That's how bad it starts, guys.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Wet paintbrush in the water. It's taco night tonight.
You already
That's
mentioned
exciting.
that.
Huh?
You already mentioned that.
Did I?
I think so.